Hello, my name's Sandy Earle, and I am going to do a quick introduction to examsoft and examplify. Examsoft is the software we use to do all of our testing in the College of Pharmacy in the required classes. It works in an interesting way. So examsoft, what will happen is we all will write our test questions and put together an exam for you, or a test of some kind. It could also be a rubric, but we will put it together for you, and then we will send it to you, and you will, so it's sent up into the cloud, and then you can download it onto your computer. When you download an exam, for example, on a computer, on your computer, you will not be able to open it until we give you the password. You need the Wi-Fi to download the exam, but once you open the exam with the password, since it's on your computer, we don't need Wi-Fi. You will take your exam, and then you will finish your exam, which will close that exam up again, and then you need internet again to go from the your computer back up into the cloud so that we can grade your exam. So the beauty, and one of the reasons that we chose this software, is because you don't need the internet while you're actually taking the exam. And there have been occasions where we've lost Wi-Fi, and we did not want to take the chance of us losing Wi-Fi while you're taking an exam. So the only time you need Wi-Fi is to download the exam and then to upload the exam. So we encourage you to download the exams as soon as they're posted, so that you don't have to rely on the internet if there was ever a problem with the Wi-Fi. Okay, how do I advance here? Okay, so why do we use this software? Well, we can get a lot of information about our test questions, so we can write better test questions, we can look at those test questions. We're able to grade things easily and quickly and get the information back to you in a much quicker way this way. There's also a lot of information that we get about each of you students and where your strengths and weaknesses are, and we also get information as a group. So is the whole class missing this one idea, or is the whole class really strong in some idea? And that way we can adjust our teaching. Also, this is the way that the board exams are given, so you get practice on board exams. So examsoft is the actual program, whereas examplify is the software that you need to take exams. So you're going to be downloading examplify onto your computer to be able to take exams. So you need to download this soon. And I will send you some practice exams on examplify. Examsoft is the software that houses the reports and the main access, and this you will access through the web at www.examsoft.com/Findlay Pharmacy, all one word, Findlay Pharmacy. All right, make sure your Examplify is always up to date. They're often updating the versions, and if you have an older version, you might run into trouble. So make sure your Examplify, you have the latest version on your computer. Don't update your computer system if you have a Mac, because Macs end up, often Apple's very secretive and proprietary about their information, so nobody knows what's in the new versions until they come out. So then the examsoft engineers have to quickly try to make sure there's no glitches with the software with the new Mac computer system. So if you update your computer before they're ready, there can be problems. And that's gotten better through the years, but there used to be a big problem. Make sure your Adobe is up to date at all times, because those are used for maybe for a attachment or equation sheets or something like that. if your Adobe's not up to date, you might not be able to download those important information pieces you need to take the exams. Antivirus programs are the biggest problem with interference with examsoft. Again, that's gotten better with time. It may be important for you to learn how to turn off your antivirus prior to launching examplify, but you need to make sure you turn it back on again because we don't want you getting viruses. We know it's a bad time to get viruses. All right, so to download examplify, you go to examsoft and go to your examplify here, your examplify page. As you can see, examplify is there, that tab, and you're going to download the examplify here. You can also sign up to get text messages and email notifications, for example, when new tests are available or when test results are available. If you go, as you can see, we're in the Examplify tab here, but if we go to the Courses tab here, this lists all the courses that you're taking. You can see along the left-hand column here that only 2 of these courses are actually active. All the others are courses that I was involved in before. And you have the name of the course and any notifications, as well as the number of exams and assessments that you've done in that course. So those are the active. If you go into one of those active courses, so here I'm going into learning examsoft, which is the top course there. You can see here that these are all the assessments that are in this course, and there's different action buttons, so those are things that you need to do. As you can see too, I got a 91 on this exam. Yay me. If you need help, there's a help examsoft support that they'll chat with you. You can email them. The chat sometimes takes a while. Sometimes it's fast. You can email them. You can call them on the phone. It's important to talk to the examsoft folks because they probably will be able to actually help you answer your issue and get your issue straightened out, because they've probably seen the same problem many times before. Rather than going to the help desk in the library or to Best Buy or some other place, they're not going to be as well versed in examsoft problems as is examsoft. So go to them first. If you need help, come to me. Now, here's an example of your Examplify homepage. So here's your exams. This is an exam preview. This exam is ready for download. So I haven't downloaded it yet. So this shows that it's ready for download. You hit this button and the exam will download. Now this exam is downloaded, and now it's time to start my exam. So I'll hit to start the exam, and then you're going to have to put in this code, and you will also get a password from your professor to start the exam. Once you're in the exam, you'll see here, this is an example of a hotspot question. You can see here that you've got 5 questions here. You can flag these questions if you want to come back to them. This is a hotspot question, which means it's asking you to find the country of Guyana. So you need to select your answer by clicking on the desired image below. You can make that image bigger and smaller with this slide here. So I know it's one of these 3 countries, so actually I think it's this one, so I'm going to want to put a little dot on that country. These are questions that are used on board exams. So again, there's the slide. You can see here this has an attachment. This is an attachment to the entire exam. So it might be an equation sheet or something that's useful for the whole exam. This is an information button. I'm not sure what's on that here. This is the amount of time you have left. This is a highlighter. This is your text tool. This is mostly used for writing essay type answers, and then this has more tools in it. You can see here that once we're done, we're going to want to hit next. So our second question is, what is the square root of 2,704? So we're going to round this to the nearest whole number, and we need a calculator for this, and the calculator is up in these tools. And so that opens up this calculator. This is a button that you can write notes on each question if you want to take notes to come back and look. So you're going to use your calculator and come up with your number and type your answer right in here, and then hit next. Looks like maybe I skipped a question. We're on to question number 4, which is a true/false. This is New York City. We're going to need more information here because this is not helpful. So you can have attachments to a question. This is not an attachment to the whole exam, but to a question, and you can make this bigger. I would need to have this bigger to be able to decide. I think that's Chicago, not New York City. All right, we have one more question to answer, and this is a multiple choice question about this poem. What's nice is too, we have these little things, so I know when I take multiple choice, I like to narrow down. I know it's not Carl Sandburg. I know it's not Robert Frost. So you can use these X's, and it will get rid of these ones you know aren't the choices. I think it's Walt Whitman. Okay. Then when you're done, it's going to want to make sure you want to close the exam, because once it's closed, you can't get it back. So that's it. So I'm going to post practice problems or a practice quiz for you to take. And just keep making sure you try all the different things so that you feel confident. Okay.